G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is an Executioner's Gauss pistol with plus 50% more crit damage in VATS and 25% less VATS action point costs per shot. An Executioner's Gauss pistol with a heavy emphasis on using it in VATS and doing criticals. Sign me up! I feel like this thing is going to kick a lot of ass. It's also got a special issue paint on it. I don't remember where I got that, but it looks different from the clandestine, I guess, so take a good look at it. We've got a hardened receiver for the best damage, could prime it, but no point, got plenty of these things I could use. Suppressed barrel, because using this with sneak criticals has proven to be an effective way of doing a lot of damage. We've also got a reflex sight to reduce the AP cost even more, so basically we'll probably be getting away with using nothing per shot with this, which is great because concentrated fire, this being a non-automatic weapon, is going to go up 20% per shot anyway, so if anything's too far out, I could just click on the mouse a few times and wham, there we go, there's an extra 60% on the shot, and then when we start to hit them, then we charge it up and do the damage. 165 damage with this, completely unspec'd, which is fairly impressive. Hopefully this thing doesn't let me down. We'll chuck Demolition Expert on and make sure we chuck on the right perks here. Gunslinger, Gunslinger, and Expert Gunslinger. Just gonna recheck those. Yep, they seem alright. And Serendipity probably don't need that, to be honest, because I'm going to be doing this at full health, so we'll replace that with 4-leaf clover for more criticals and bloody mess. If we do happen to get into nerd rage with this, that is not the worst thing in the world, because I've got enough luck to give myself when unyielding is boosting myself up to 34 points of luck, so I can do a crit every second shot. And in the legendary perks here, note how this is at 40%, it's at full rank. That's an extra 40% damage, so obviously that's going to synergize really well with the Executioner's legendary effect, because obviously I'll have to shoot him once if I'm sneaking, so that's enough extra 40% damage on that. And then we've also got Tenderizer to go along with that to give us slightly more multiplicative bonus. A very powerful combination, those three, and unfortunately I don't have enough points to, you know, chuck one from endurance, or I could do that actually. Okay, what I'm going to do is I need another level up. Okay, if we happen to get a level up, we'll grab another point of Tenderizer and shift it one from Endurance over. Okay, so here we are outside of the perk card factory. Hopefully we can get a giant heist going and steal all of the perk cards so I can start duping them for even more points on the legendary perk coin thingies. That's what we look like. Got the Nuka Girl suit. The midriff's not completely bugged, so that's great. Anyways, using this thing in first person is stupid because you can't really tell where the bullets are supposed to be going. You know, factor it in with the really funky, I guess you could say it's geometry there. It's not easy. What I'm actually thinking of doing is tap him like that and then immediately follow it up and see what kind of damage we do. Okay. Definitely go for the dual charge shots. Okay, we know this thing's boundaries now. But we haven't used this thing in VATS yet, so let's do that. Oh, we one-shotted him. Excellent. That guy goes down in one shot. That one doesn't. We'll just hit him with a small tap there just to finish him off. So even if they don't die in one shot, it looks like we're in decent range just to hit him again, and then that'll drop him if the damage is going to register. Oh, hang on. Explosions. Oh, explosions are munted in VATS. Oh, well. So with no adrenal reaction, this thing is hitting for 325. It's got a decently good condition bar on it, but it's going to go down fairly quickly, so we want to minimize the amount of shots that it takes to kill stuff. And if that means going down into nerd rage, I'm not going to object. That's your job to complain about, so be sure to let me know how you wish me to play the game. There we go, a little bit of gun fill action there. Bullet was just a little bit too high, and if we factor in the explosive and ballistic damage together, we're getting very high damage numbers for a pistol build. I'm liking this so far. For the life of me, I can't remember what I was like with the bloody crit damage one, but this is certainly doing really well. I do think that having the extra crit damage on a Gauss pistol is probably the best role for it, because with a gunslinger build, at least how I'm spec'd out anyway. Cock. Kill him. Well, there's a lot of reason to use VATS in this game because your damage isn't great without using it, and It's really good when you are using it. You just kind of lose your ability to aim if you play for too long. But that's fine. We'll play Cyberpunk when my laptop comes back and she'll be right. Consistently hitting for over 1,000 on these guys with a crit full charge, that is very good. And we'll go back to that guy. Lacking that extra bonus we get out of the perk. Fuck me. Follow through. I don't know what's wrong with me with perk names, but I can't do it. I'm too focused on something else. Oh, you know what? I'm focused on my car right now. You know why? Because I put a spoiler on it. It's sick now. It's got extra downforce. Performance mod upgrades. It's pretty nice. When I eventually get around to recording a car review, which I haven't been able to do because, you know, I've been sidetracked with all this computer nonsense. Well, we'll do something nice. You'll get to see it. I've also put a bonnet protector on it. They cost a couple of $100 each, but I think the car, you know, showing a little bit of love for the SS, because I didn't get to do that with my last car because it was an Omega, a base model Commodore, and you don't do those up because, you know, they're not cool, you know. V6s aren't cool, bro. But I don't want that. You could have at least given... Oh, look, the dog's stuck in the console again. You could have at least given me a roll that was reduced weight for a 3-star. It's not a great roll at all, actually. I might drop it. I'm actually full up on script, and so is Harley. So she's ready to go. We're going to have a script redeeming sesh tomorrow. Be on the lookout for that if you're interested. We're kind of taking it easy right now, and that's because we can't push this thing. And sometimes the gun just decides to launch the projectile into the ceiling and not where your target is. And it's a very poor chance when they've turned around like that. And it's a really big slowdown if we get cock-blocked by VATS accuracy. But you know what? That's XCOM, baby. It might actually be worth targeting the torso because it'd make the accuracy much more consistent. And I don't have all of the perception from the unyielding bonuses to, you know, artificially increase my accuracy in VATS. So that's why I feel like that it's bad, but it definitely has dragged us down a bit. But that being said, despite having a slow clear out time of this current facility, up until now, we haven't lost a whole lot of health, so there's something to go with it. I actually thought we were done. That's why I let my guard down. If you notice that the video is looking particularly smooth today, it's because I installed a new driver for my graphics card. NVIDIA, they send those out every so often just to patch stuff. For whatever reason, the last one that I downloaded, maybe it didn't install properly, and the GTX 1080 that I've got inside the Titan was running like fucking garbage. Running like a pig, mate. Not good. Running like a Subaru versus my SS Commodore at the street lights, you know, the traffic lights. Got chopped, but now we've upgraded. We've LS swapped to the GTX 1080. 1080, yeah, that's it. It's still a laptop version. Fuck off. Fucking. Why are these ghouls intelligent enough to take cover these days? Come around, mate. There we go. So it's been a pretty cruisy run so far. Obviously, I'm used to using my blooded crit damage 10mm pistol that I was smashing during the stream and annihilating everything a lot quicker than this. But, you know, this is a very efficient ammo approach to this, I suppose, because I'm not... Even though I was two-shotting most things with a 10mm pistol anyway. Look, let's not beat around the bush. The 10mm pistol is the best pistol in the game. And this thing isn't as good as it, but in terms of how it's performing, you know, just kind of in a vacuum, this thing is doing really well. I'm liking the VATS spam that we're getting. It's good because I can blame the game when I miss the shots instead of blaming my... Actually, never mind, I do it anyway. Anyway, so random ghouls found me now. So we should start moving around, activate a critical, start dancing around the table, mess up their pathing. Unfortunately, couldn't kill that guy in one hit. That one has decided to kind of stand there like an idiot. So he goes down. And what have we got here? Fat ass. We'll go for a headshot, head crit here. That'll do the job. 1500 damage. Obviously boosted by glow sight there. That's why it's slightly exaggerated. But a nice finish to this run. It's going to be a long video, but I am liking the performance. Okay, Swan and the boys' turn over here, and just to have a look at my perception right now, that's 37, so that's only 3 off what would usually be the maximum when I've got into Nerd Rage. Lousy. I'm gonna go for the torso again. Just go for the torso. We've learned a lesson here. Just go for the torso, get the consistent hits. If you don't finish them off, tap the trigger. Don't elongate the kill, because we've already got the Executioner's effect, we've got the follow through, we've got Tenderizer, so we can probably just tap the trigger then. Give it like half a second to charge. Have we got anything else left? Because I kind of want to spam the trigger on this and see how we do, because that was the way you could kill queens with this thing back in the day. That might have been a bug though. It probably had something like full power when you pulled the trigger like that. But there's no reason we can't try that on Swan though, but I suspect that being patched to however long it was. Well, probably should have known better to do that. Didn't really matter in the end though. He's dead now. Not the fastest time to kill, but nothing you can really complain about. I'd also like to point out how it's uncapped the frame rate as well, the update to my drivers, that is. And what's happened is I'm getting like 1400 frames per second in the loading screens, which is kind of pointless on a 144Hz screen. You can tone that down. You don't need to work overtime to get those frames happening. It's kind of weird though, because I'm getting 100 frames per second right now, and I guess I'm seeing all of those frames. Oh, come on. Get a little bit closer. I think if we cut out all of the misses, if I hit every single shot, this thing would be so quick. But since I'm missing shots and have to wait a full second or longer to charge the thing up again, that's what's really bringing it back, and that's not good. If I'm in an event, right? Let's the line in the sand, that one, where a bunch of Scorched show up and you gotta deal with them quickly. That was an immensely bad choice to jump down with next to the My Alert King. That's okay, he can't do anything now, so we'll continue shooting at him. Also, if you get staggered when you're charging up, it deprimes the gun, which is immensely annoying. Look, it's not perfect. It's performing well, you know? It's performing better than I could have ever hoped it to do, so I'm not gonna complain about it. There's just a couple of inherent problems with the Gauss pistol that really drag this down. Now I'm playing this a little bit riskily here by not crippling her spouts, but it looks like we'll be able to get away with that. Yes, we're hitting her for a lot of damage there. For 1,000 and then 1,400 on the next, so you know, it's got the punch. It's got the punch. The problem is it's got to wind up 3 seconds for each of those punches, so it's just more time efficient to run a 10mm pistol and a guerrilla playstyle, but oh well. I think this would be a weapon I'd consider using more on maybe Scorched Earth, perhaps. Not using it in first person ever again is a good idea. Maybe a Colossal Problem, just because, you know, when I use my 10mm pistol I'm hitting him for basically nothing, so might be a little bit more bullet efficient just to hit him with the big old slaps of the Gauss pistol instead, so that's what I might do next time. Throw on a stream, which today is Friday, tomorrow's Saturday, so and we've also got a double score weekend as well. I think they said it starts at the 11th. Hopefully the weeklies reset. Whoops, there she blows. It's not all sunshine and rainbows with the Gauss pistol. It's got several problems. Big problems that the 10mm pistol doesn't have. There's another bat. There we go, like I said before, you know, doing those extra couple of shots just to get myself a little bit more accuracy. There it is. And you can kind of get away with doing that because you've got all of this AP to use, and it's got less AP shot per shot, right? So that's totally a valid way of doing it. And if you happen to do get one of those unlikely hits, well, you've got Tenderizer, you've got follow through for the next kill. And if your next shot happens to be a crit, then that's really good. Problem is here that we're against a Scorch Beast, and he's gonna kind of tank the damage. Like, take that 1,000 damage and have nothing done at all. 10 mil pistol would have had him by now. Probably 3-fold at this point. 4-fold, 5-fold. It hits hard. It's just too slow. Just too slow. This charging up feature is annoying. If I were to redesign this, or rather, if I were to make a mod to make it unbalanced, I'd make the charging like so much faster. Like maybe 1/4 of a second, so you can't spam the fucking thing. Maybe like make it so it's tuned to double the fire rate of a 44 Magnum at full charge, right? Because that would make it like... Now that would be powerful because, you know, you still got a slightly better speed from a 10 mil with a semi-auto receiver, but still. I have to look at how long the video was. It felt like this has dragged on for a long time, but we might be okay. There's just a lot of missed shots there, so a lot of like nothing and waiting between shots, just sitting there and VATS with, you know, your mouth open like a slack-jawed yokel. Look, it's okay. I'm kind of on the fence about this. It's not... I don't think it's worthy of using of a daily. In fact, if we ever go back to a 10 mil pistol, I've got that bloody crit damage one, which I kind of want to do show off, but, you know, people who are watching the stream already know what that's about. But, you know, if you want to see that, then let me know, because, you know, it's Brooke's time. We've been grinding the crap out of her levels, and we got half a level out of this, so that's helpful. Thank you very much for watching, guys.